Hey guys, it's your buddy Rome. Now, many of you who follow me already know that I am a professional photographer, videographer. I've been doing this for over 30 plus years. Yes, I know it's hard to believe I've been doing it for 30 plus years because I look so young, but don't let that fool you. Yes, I've been in this game for a very long time. And one of the things that I did realize early on when I decided I was going to start doing a little bit of content creation and also doing some influencing product brands reaching out to me, wanting me to talk about their products, I looked to a lot of the guys that I had already seen that were already doing things like this. And guys, let me tell you, and you already probably know this for yourself by now, there are many gatekeepers out there that are going to try to do everything they can to keep you from getting started. I am not that guy, and luckily many of the guys that I followed were of the same mind. So I want you guys to get started as soon as possible creating content now. If the only thing you have is one of these right here, this is going to be a great starting point. You can start with your phone. You can use the amazing cameras that come with a lot of these phones, whether it's an iOS phone or an Android phone, it does not matter. So do you need one of these cinema grade cameras to get started? Not at all. Okay. Now I do have quite a few cameras that have been sent out to me. They were sent to me free of charge. This video is not sponsored, guys. It's not sponsored by Obsbot. It's not sponsored by Sony or anyone else, okay? All of the products that are here, as I said, were sent out to me, including drones and things like that. But my opinions are my own. I'm going to always try to give you guys the best information I can give you so that you can get started as early as today to get started creating content, guys, helping to build your followership, whether it's on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, whatever the case it may be. And hopefully you'll all be able to get monetized at some point going forward. And you can see some of the other benefits to some of these platforms that are available to you. So what are we going to do next? We're going to go over here to my desk. We're going to take a look at a couple of pieces of tech that might be a good starting point, but at the interim, I cannot emphasize enough, this is going to be a great place to get started with a very simple microphone. If that's all you have, use your phone, start creating today. Don't wait until you get this equipment. Don't wait until you get the next light. Make sure whatever you have, you are using it on a regular basis. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Let's go. All right, guys. So we're over here on my desk. We're going to take a look at a few pieces of tech that I think might be beneficial to you guys when you get to the next level and you're ready to start creating content, including things for product videos. Now, one of the things that a lot of people know that I have been using a lot, that maybe to the point that I probably should back off on it a little bit, is going to be this little fog maker right here. Now, this was sent out to me. I did not pay for this, guys, but I want to show it to you. This is what I use to create the illusion of fog with a lot of my product shots. I will leave links to all of these things down in the comments, guys, but I'm going to go ahead and turn this guy on just to give you an idea of what we can do with this. So really simple. All you're going to do is power this on. Only takes a few seconds. You'll see the little LED come on, and you have controls here where you can go in and adjust the amount of fog that comes out as well as the strength of the fan. We're going to bring those both down just a little bit. And I have on here right now the nozzle that you would normally use if you wanted to do like some dry ice effects or something like that. So let's say I wanted some dry ice in and around this area here for these products that we're going to be talking about. And all I would have to do is press this little power button right here. And this is going to start to generate the fog, as you guys see. And I can just start laying that down inside of these open spaces here in this form, this little foam here. And over time, that smoke will start to rise out. And if you have backlights back there as well, that's just going to add a little bit more ambiance to whatever it is that you're doing. So again, a product like this really comes in handy. This will step up your game when it comes to creating product videos or even your live stream, guys, because this particular one comes with a remote. And you can trigger this anytime you want to. So I could actually position this over these products, as you guys see here, and then I could use the remote to add just a little bit more fog if I wanted to. And I could use, here we go, let's see if we can get that going. And you're going to start to see the fog start to fall. Boom, just like that, guys, just like that. And if you're backlighting this, it's going to look even more amazing. So you can take a little small light like one of these lights here, and you can backlight that fog. You can do so many different effects to really take your production to the next level, okay? Anyway, that would be, say, tip number one, making sure that you have a decent setup. It can be in your home office, man cave, she shed. It can literally be any place that you want to set up your live stream or wherever you're going to be creating your content. It really doesn't matter. Okay. But again, if what you're starting with is a phone, that's great. Lighting is going to be important. Audio is number one though, guys. Audio is number one. Now, for a lot of my videos, before I started using the Pocket 2 and the Pocket 3, over time, mostly I use the Pocket 3 now with the Mic 2. I was using these Anchor wireless microphones that you guys see here. So you're going to get two omnidirectional microphones. You also get the receiver. This unit has an adapter for iPhone and for Android. Of course, it has the little charger case that comes with it as well. I would use this with my phone. I would just plug this into my phone. My phone was my main camera that I was using for a lot of my product videos, a lot of my talking head videos. Yes, I have a ton of other cameras that I could use, but for me, efficiency, speed is going to be, one of my main concerns. So I wanted something that was going to easily flow, throughout my day that I could create things with. All right. Now, another thing that I want to emphasize to you guys who might be new to my channel, I do not script my live streams. I do not script my content that I create. It is literally right off the cuff. So I may, make a few little bloopers here and there. That's to be expected, guys. That's to be expected. So if you're seeing people out there to tell you have to write a script, you need a teleprompter, you need all of those other things going on at the same time. Trust me, guys, you do not need those things. But one thing that you will need when you're recording content is to make sure that you have a quiet room where there's not other sounds that the microphone can pick up, because that will show up in your audio. So if you got kids playing in the background, people moving things around, or whatever the case it is, if you have a very sensitive microphone, that is going to be an issue. All right, guys, let's take a look at some of the items that I have here. Of course, most of you guys can probably see there's a drone over here. Now, do you need a drone for your content creation? Of course not, but it will add to the production value. So if you have a drone, it could be something like this Air 3S, or it could be some of the older drones, as long as you have a way of controlling it. Now, I will show you guys in future videos, and I've already done a few videos on this, as to how to bring your video source into your live stream, so you can actually be live streaming and using your drone at the same time, which I think brings a lot of wow factor to your productions. Now, here's a few cameras that were sent out to me by Obsbot. You guys can see a few other devices back there in the back that were sent to me. One here from YOLObox. This is the YOLObox Pro. I also have the YOLObox Mini, and I have the InStream here as well. All of these devices are going to allow you to connect multiple cameras to them. So with the YOLObox Pro, you can actually connect 3 HDMI devices, 1 USB device. You have Ethernet, HDMI out. You have your USB-C out as well. You also have line in, mic in, headphone jacks, all of that kind of stuff. You can set up multiple screens on this guy. You can bring in live guests. You can control your audio. You can have layered effects with this. It is very portable. It is a large, decent sized screen, which is going to be a benefit to a lot of people going forward. Now, here's another device that I have here. Now, this is from our friends over at Obsbot. This is the Obsbot Talent. Now, it has similar features. It's smaller, more like the YOLObox Mini. This one has inputs as well. You have 2 HDMI inputs, 1 USB input on this side here. Ethernet, full-size SD card, USB out. You can use 12-volt plug that comes with it, or you can also power this with batteries. The YOLObox has internal batteries. You have line in, mic in, headphone jacks, all of that kind of cool jazz. And you can do a lot of the same things with this one. Now, one of the advantages to the YOLObox, to the Obsbot, is that you can also create shows that can be either 9:16 or 16:9, just depending on how you want to be able to stream. So if you're streaming to Instagram, TikTok, or something like that, you can use the standard portrait orientation. And I really love the fact that you can save these shows and you don't have to keep recreating them or go through a whole bunch of steps. You just have your shows saved, and I can just pop back over here, go right back to my 16:9. All of my presets are already here. I already have all the presets set up for my different cameras. So once I connect the cameras to this, I can connect cameras to this using NDI. I can use SRT. Of course, I can use HDMI cables. I can use USB. So all of those different, options are going to be there for you. Now, one other thing that you may want to consider if you're going beyond, the standard, okay? Meaning using a phone or a traditional camera, and you're going to be using some of these webcams. Some of them offer different features, including the Pocket 3 that I'm actually using to record this. It is also a PTZ camera. PTZ, for those who may not know, means that the camera can pan, it can tilt, and it also has a zooming feature. A lot of these cameras also have hand tracking capabilities. They have a lot of gesture controls, things like that. Some of them will have remotes. So PTZ cameras really come in handy if you don't have an additional person helping you, if you don't have a cameraman or camera woman that can move the cameras around. This is kind of like having your own little robotic camera person. This is one of the original Obsbot cameras that was sent out to me probably about 3 years ago, and I've been using this thing to death. Most of them all will have some type of quarter 20 underneath them, so it makes it easy for you to mount this onto a tripod, monopod, whatever it is, desk stand. You have a lot of options when it comes to that. So this is the original Obsbot camera. Soon after that, they came out with some of these smaller profile ones. This is the Tiny 2 Lite, which is a 4K variant. Now, with some of the Obsbot cameras, the easy way to determine if these are 4K or 1080p, because they do have a 1080p variant of these cameras as well, is to look for this little red ring here. That will indicate if it's a 4K version or if it's the 1080p version. This one has a lot of the similar features of the first one we looked at. We also have a built-in little stand here, so you could easily mount this directly onto a monitor. Quarter 20 on this guy as well. There's a remote for this, built-in microphones, all of that kind of jazz. Now, here's another form factor from Obsbot that we want to take a look at, which is this guy right here. Now, this is the Meet 2. I also use the Meet 1 in my everyday workflow. I use it as my top-down camera in my live streams, especially when I'm streaming like on Amazon and stuff like that. I'll have a top-down camera over my desk so I can show you guys, close-ups on things. That has been very handy for me. Now, let's talk about the next big boy in the room, which is this camera right here. This is the Obsbot Tail Air. This is a all-in-one webcam. It is a recording camera. It has a lot of the similar features that you'll see with the Pocket 3. This can take an SD card. You have HDMI input on this guy as well. USB over here. You can also plug in a line-in microphone into this. So that could be a 3.5, wireless microphone or wired microphone. This does have microphones also built into it. This is also a PTZ camera. Now, this camera differs from these over here because this camera can be taken out by itself and used to record content, meaning you could take this out to the park. You could take this to, the beach or wherever you want to. It's not waterproof, but you could use it in that form factor, and you could travel with this guy and use it for recording. Now, if you want to be able to see what the camera sees, you will have to connect this to another device, meaning that you would have to connect this, for instance, to your phone or something like that. But easily enough, since I already have this paired up, or one of these cameras paired up with the Obsbot Talent that we have over here on my desk, so I should be able to just set this guy down right here, wait for it to turn on, and then this should now connect to the Talent wirelessly, right? So the Talent has been the camera combination that I have been using the most. So I have a lot of experience, most recent experience with this camera, with this gear, and a lot of the stuff that I talk about on my live stream as far as fast, quick deployment of using something like this, this is going to make it really, really fast for you guys. And even setting these up is super fast as well. I could just go in here and I could choose a layer. So in this case, it's going to be one of these cameras right here. So I already know that's going to be one of my SRT cameras. And you would choose that here, and you can choose, you guys can see we have camera 1, camera 2. I can't tell which one these are. I need to actually mark them, but there is that camera. And now you guys can see it right here on the screen. So I could just go ahead and hit save. So now I could easily move this camera around pretty much anywhere I want to. I'm just moving it by hand, or I could turn on the remote, which comes with this, one of these cameras. If you get it in a bundle, you're gonna get the Talent, and you'll get 3 of these Tail Airs. And you guys see right there, we have a little green light on, letting us know that we're connected. The remote will give you the ability to have up to 3 presets. You also have people tracking, pet tracking, and you can generate a laser You see that? You can generate a laser as a pointer. And if the camera's in the line of sight of whatever you're pointing at, the camera will zoom in on that. So you have your joystick controls here where I can use this, you know, kind of like a game controller joystick on here. I can also have presets, so I can just click on one of those presets and the camera can, you know, do multifunction things like it can pan and zoom depending on how you have it set up. So I'm just see if I can position this so you guys can see that a little better. So I'm gonna go through the three presets again. So that's preset number 1, preset number 2, and preset number 3. Okay, so again, very compact, travel friendly. You could have 3 of these cameras in a bag with the remote, couple of set of wireless microphones, especially something, you know, like a set like this where you have 2 microphones and a receiver. You're just going to plug it into the device. That's going to be great if you're doing like a, you know, talking head type of segment, or you're doing a podcast, or maybe a, you know, something you're trying to use to promote your business. It's easy, guys. I've even connected this to my Rodecaster Pro 2, and it's worked perfectly without me having to have any special cables or anything like that. It just worked. Okay. So again, a lot of this tech, guys, are things that I have been experimenting with for the last 3 years or so. So I try to bring to you guys the best tech that I have access to. And again, I cannot emphasize enough, these brands did send this out to me. Would I purchase this with my own money? Yes. If I was starting over and building out to maybe where I'm at now, looking to go beyond that, yes, I would invest in these cameras, guys. Now, for me, I would probably start off with, budget-wise, I would start off with something like this, this Tiny 2 Lite here, and maybe as a second camera, you know, this little meat camera as well. That's going to give you 2 cameras, you know, so you can have 2 different perspectives, a top down and a talking head segment. You can use these cameras with your Mac, your PC. You can use them with other devices like the Obsbot or the YOLO boxes or any other, you know, like designed tech that is designed to work, you know, with the with webcams. So in a nutshell, all of this tech is available to you guys. It is a great position or goal to, you know, to strive for if this is something that you want to have for your content, your DIY projects, for your cooking tutorials, your live stream, your gaming, whatever it is. And like I said, with this bundle here, you're going to get 3 of these cameras. You're going to get the remote, and you're going to get a what is it, HDMI to Ethernet adapter cables. You get that. I don't never use those, but they do come in the bundle. With these cameras here, they're pretty much what you see, plug and play out of the box. You're just going to plug this into your Mac, your PC, and you're going to mount it wherever you want to. And then you can install the Obsbot app. Just going to give you some controls. You can adjust the hue, the saturation. You can adjust the frame rate. You can adjust a bunch of different things to make your photos and videos look better. Okay. And same as with the YOLO boxes. A lot of these now have PT controls. This remote right here, I can control the talent. I can actually pair this up with the talent and still control the camera. But in this case, I'd be controlling the cameras through the talent versus just using the controller, you know, to control the camera separately. Okay. If you guys want a more in-depth demo of something like that, 2 ways we can do it. You can request it in the comments and I will make a special video just explaining that, or you can pop over to my live stream over on Amazon. I'm there like 5 days a week. Ask me to demo something. All you have to do is type it into the comments and I will do my best to be able to demo whatever it is that you guys want to see. That's what I'm here for. I try my best, guys, to provide you, again, guys, with the best possible tech. If you have not seen my studio before, trust me, there is a lot of tech here. From solar batteries to lasers, all of those things I have right here at my disposal. So if we want to talk about, I don't know, our friends over at X-Tool, or you want to take a look at some of these cool laser pecker, lasers, cameras, all of these things I have right here for you guys. So if you have any questions whatsoever, guys, that's what I'm here for. That's why I do the live streams, so that I can provide you guys as much information as possible. So If that's something that's going to tickle your pickle, make sure you follow me over on Amazon, or just drop your comments down below this video and I will do my best to answer them as soon as I see them. All right, guys, it's been your buddy Rome with Rome Knows Tech, and I will see you all in the next video or live on my next live stream. I will be simulcast living very soon here on YouTube. Is that even a word? But anyway, yes, I will be going live, dual streaming here on YouTube very soon, as well as live streaming on Amazon and possibly another platform at the same time. So you'll find me somewhere. But to have the most fun, hang out with the community. They're kind of wacky, a lot of dad jokes, all that kind of craziness. So if you're into all of that kind of stuff, make sure you're following on Amazon, because that way you'll be notified when I go live, like I said, about 5 days a week. But it's going to be the same right here on Amazon and YouTube. So make sure you are subscribed. Hit that subscribe button, guys, and ring the notification bell so that you will be notified the next time I go live. All right, my babies, I'm tired. I got to go get some more coffee, but I will catch you all in the next stream. Peace. I'm out.